6. Then you multiply 9 times 2 times 6
Do 6 times 2 first.
is 12.
Now we don't know our height.
And
And then
9 is
Now our
108
length.
108.
See,
What?
there's 2. That
cubic.
would be our width because
Why did you cut 3 right there?
It's short.
as our width. Okay.
Okay, so then,
It's the same thing as a 2.
so then prism 2,
You can cut it right here.
no, this is prism 2, you didn't do prism.
Oh, okay.
The length would be
I mean, 2. There's
14,
14.
So what's 13 minus 6?
Wait.
and the width,
Equals 2.
and then the height.
Equals 6.
So basically doing
7.
14 times 2 times 6.
2 times 2 is 12. Times 14. What is it? Let's do that.
So now we're gonna go to number. Well, we're gonna go 9 times 2 times 7. We're gonna
168. 168
18 times 7. Take the 8 away, cover these, and it's
126.
How did you get that? 6.
I got 168 because I did this.
Cubic.
Then put a 3. Oh, hold on. Mess up. 20.
And then we're gonna do the same number 2. So we figured out the height for number 2 is 6. So we can write
168.
Cubic. I know.
I thought you put 868.
2 is our width.
And then I'm gonna 108 plus 168. 16. I got 276 cubic feet.
we're just doing the same thing.
76.
I got 276 cubic feet.
So problem number 2. Which way should we cut it though?
Hold on. This is hard.
Yeah, let's
I think we need to cut it like 3 times.
2 times. So basically like right there. There's 1, 2, and 3. We
See, I
have 3
told you.
prisms. Prism 1. So prism 1, the length is 2. The width equals upper brackets equals 3, and 8 equals the height equals
140 what?
7 feet. 7, I mean. So 2 times 3 times 7.
So raise my answer.
Hold on. Okay, so we figured out that number.
So now we multiply it.
The volume of that is 126. And then for number 2 is 168, right?
Yeah, number 2.
2 times
168.
3,
So we
6.
add those.
We add them together.
42 cubic
No,
feet.
168. Yeah. Yeah, because it's larger.
So we do length times width times height.
Feet squared.
14 is 1. So what's equal? Is 9
And then
11 cubic 3.
And then 2. Oh, prism 1, so the length is 2.
Yeah. Oh. How's the length 2?
Because the lengths are here. We're doing prism 1. That's my prism 1. I started that with prism 1.
And you get me confused.
there we go. See?
It has a map. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And then prism 1 is 2. And
So
then
this one's a little
3.
let's cut it right then. 12.
So
No, I got 7.
it's gonna be a little harder.
7 I did not have. So prism 1 is the same thing.
Oh. Could cut into 3 prisms.
Why?
And then I multiplied all of them.
2 times 3 times 7.
Yeah, we can cut it into
6 times 7 is 45. 42. 42 cubic.
Feet squared.
Alright, number 1. I mean,
Okay, number 2, length times width times height. So my length for number 2 is 11 feet. 11. My width is
3.
3. Yeah.
And your height is
Is
12.
no. My height is no. My
11.
height,
7.
yeah, 7. So 11 times 3 times 7. 21 times 11
is
211. Wait, 21.
211.
231.
Okay, so for number 1, we're going to find out our length. Our length is 11. Yep. Okay, so the whole thing.
Feet squared.
Squared.
Okay, now prism 3.
And our width is 3.
So my length
I'll just
times
take it.
width.
Height is 12. No, see,
Length
for number 3, 7. It's 3.
is
So what's
2.
12 minus 7?
My width is 3. And my height is 7. So 2 times 3 times 7.
Height. What? 2, 3, 7, 2.
So for your height, you put 5 because
2, 3, 7.
The same one as prism 1.
and then we're going to do
The same one as prism 1.
11 times 3 times 5.
Oh, so it's the same one?
Yeah, they're basically the same thing.
5 times 3 is 15.
Is
Times 11
42.
is
42
Feet.
165.
Okay, now I'm the 42 plus 42 is
So 5 times
84.
So you put your 5 down.
Then 23.
And then carry 1.
231 plus 84. That's 5.
And then we'll put it.
315.
Where did you get 281?
So now we're going to
231
go up to number 2.
for prism
We have to
2.
figure out our length.
Oh, I forgot the one. I put the one that I see.
We're going to do this one.
231, 5, 1, 3, 315.
Okay, so
Yeah, 315 feet square.
or number 2, yes. And our width is going to be the same as up here, so it's going to be 3.
Okay, we have to do the same thing here. So we have to cut it 2 times.
These 2 are the same.
Okay, yeah.
We have to cut it.
Is,
Alright, 2 times
And then
6 on 7. What's 6 on 7? 42. 6 on 7 is 42. Done.
okay.
And then
Now prism 1, length is
alright,
height.
so it's going to be the same. So our length is
So
going
my
to be
length
2.
is, wait, where's prism 1? Let's do it.
So number
1, 2.
same thing. Length is 2.
So prism 1, my length is
3 is
12. 4.
12.
It's 4.
and height is 7.
12 is the height.
Oh.
42 is our number.
4.
And then my width
Width
is
is
4. Wait,
your width is
2.
12. I mean 15.
That's my height for that one.
You said this was your height.
5,
Oh, yeah, then it's 15.
42.
And then my height is 12.
All right, take a few minutes to rate yourself on your scale from a 1 to 4. 1, you're starting to get it, but you're still a little confused. 2 is that you can do this with help in front of you, like an example. 3 is I can do this on my own without help. And
I can
4
do-
is that you could teach someone else.
I could do
Go ahead at
4.
the top of your
I'm
page
doing 3
and
because
write down what you thought of the activity you just
Okay,
did.
let's do kind of get mixed.
I thought you wanted 49.
I'm finishing this.
49.
All right, so if you are on a Chromebook, you can go ahead and sign off, log off. For the person going next,
I think I'm going to do
okay.
What do you at?
station.
There you go. Did you put it down there?
5 and 6. You are moving to the partner worksheet, which is the additive practice. Station 1 and 2, you are coming, or table 1 and 2, you're coming to me. In tables 3 and 4, you're going to go ahead and start your independent work on the solo.
You have to bring this.
Make sure you're flipping to the correct piece, you're moving and bringing what you need.
Which one are we on?
All right, we are on the word. We are on the word problems. So flip to the word problems page.
I gotta see what's now erase this.
Great. Let's get a pencil.
Thank you. Word problems?
The word problems page.
Oh yeah, which one? Which one? Here, put that over there.
Mikey, you can come over here. There's some space over here.
Damn, I can take it back.
All right, who'd like to read the first one? Matt, go ahead.
Read each word problem, find the volume, make sure you show all your words. Use the separate sheet of paper. You need more space. Be sure to
include your units. All right, so number 1 starts with John. Who'd like to read about John?
Ooh.
Skylar.
John was finding the volume of the figure. He decided to break it into two separate rectangle prisms. John found the volume of the solid below using these expressions.
Okay, so it says prism 1 was 4 times 4 times 1. And prism 2 was 2 times 4 times 2. So the directions say to cut the figure into the 2 rectangular prisms to show the way he solved it. So let's look at the first volume, the prism 1. What would the length of prism 1 be? 4. So we could write an L underneath the 4. What would be your width of the prism 1?
4.
4. You guys don't have to raise your hand. We're just going to have a discussion here.
Okay.
And then height is 1. So prism 2's length is what? 2. The height is?
4.
And the width is? No, I messed that up. Didn't I? Width is what?
4.
4. Height is 2. So where could I cut that figure to make those 2 prisms with a length of 4, a width of 4, a height of 1?
Oh.
And Ella, do you think you got
I
it?
think right here.
So going horizontally, like cutting the top off from the bottom. What do you guys think? So prism 1, would it be your top or bottom prism?
Bottom.
The bottom prism. So we could label that with a number 1 or a hashtag 1. And then 2 would be your what?
Top piece.
The prism 2, top one, the top one. Nice. Moving on to the second part, talking about Phyllis. Phyllis also broke this solid into 2 rectangular prisms, but she did it differently than John. She found the volume of the solid using these 3 expressions. So the prism 1 has 2 times 4 times 3, and prism 2 has 2 times 4 times 1. I'd like for you to try to cut that one with the way Phyllis might have solved it. Oh, I like that I see Kaden wrote down the length, width, and height of each one so that he can try to visualize. Let's check it. If you cut it there. Prism 1 has a length of 2. Do either one of these have a length of 2? If you cut it.
I got it. She cut it.
Oh, I know how. You cut it on it? Yeah. Okay, so that would work because they both have lengths of 2. She have widths of 4.
No,
Okay.
it's just going up like that.
So that works. So this one has to have a height of 3, and this one has to have 3. Remember, the height is just how high it goes. 1. So which one's prism 1?
There's 4,
Prism 1
3,
gets
2,
the
4.
Which one are we?
I got it.
So let's label it. Label them. Which one's prism 1? Which one's prism 2?
I disagree.
Because look, on Prism 2, she did this, and it doesn't check out. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. It's only the height. That's the height. That is the height. The height, like that's. But the height is 2.
So she might have not cut it there. She might have cut it differently than John cut it. Because it's wanting you to cut the figure.
Did we solve it?
Does it ask you to solve it?
Nope. Yeah.
To find the volume?
No. Should we solve it right now? He found the volume.
He found the volume, yeah. So how did we cut figure 2 or the second part? Matt?
We split it right here.
So we went kind of vertically. We cut it into a left prism and a right prism. Which prism was number 1, the left or the right?
Left.
The left. Which prism was the number 2?
Right.
The right prism, the flat one. Nice job. Number 2 is a little more tricky. Isabel, you want to read number 2?
A jewelry box has a volume of 48 cubic inches. The length is 4 inches. Complete the table to show 2 different possibilities for the width and height of the jewelry box. Be sure to include units.
So we have a jewelry box, think of it as 48 cubic inches, and we have the length that's 4 inches. We have to come up with a width and a height. Divide what?
4 from 48.
What do you guys think? Divide 48 and 4. All right, so let's set up some work to figure out 48 divided by 4.
I remember we did something like this.
We have.
And I remember I did something. I did 4,
Mm-hmm.
10.
I got 12. Me too.
Well, let's figure out what we.
So 12 times 4.
Wait. And we can divide 12.
Who can explain why Amy said to divide 48 by 4? Why would we divide it by 4? Skylar?
Because there's the length is 4 and the volume's 48.
So why would we divide?
Because so we can figure out what the width and the height is.
Because why?
Because we need to know to get how long how to get the answer.
Okay, and what's the opposite? What do we do to find volume? We do what kind of math?
We divide.
To find volume,
Oh no, we multiply.
we multiply. And what's the opposite of multiplying?
Dividing.
Dividing. So if we're given one of the factors, we divide it to find the other ones, right? So what do we get?
12.
We got,
12.
Hunter said 12. Do you guys agree with 12?
Yes.
Okay, so now we got to find a width and a height, but we have 12. What are we going to do here? How am I going to use 12 to help me find a length and a height?
We can divide it by 2.
What do you guys think? Divided by 2?
We could split 12 into 2 and put 6 or
Remember, when we find volume, what math do we do? You have to time. So even writing a time sign in here might help you. So 4 times what times what would get me 48?
No, because that's too easy. I was going to do 4 times 4 times. Or, oh, I have an idea.
Say it again.
4 times 12 times 4.
Tell them, ask them.
4 times 12 times 1.
What do you guys think? He's saying you could have a width of 12 and a height of 1.
Wait.
I sort of agree, but I like the height, but I think we should cut the 12 in half to make the height to 6.
But then we could do 12 divided by 12 is 3.
So the width could be what?
4.
And the height could be?
3.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
But would math's way work as well?
Yeah.
12 and 1? Because you know that the length and the width have to multiply together to give you what?
The height.
The volume.
Not the volume.
The length.
What number? What number did we figure out? If we multiply the length and the height, it has to give us what number?
The width.
Area. Oh, the base.
Not the base.
Area.
You're guessing now.
The dimension.
What number did we figure out we're working with right now? How are you? What do you? 12. So the width and the height have to multiply together to give you 12. And so 12 times 1 equals 12. So that works. You guys said 3 times 4 equals 12. So that works. Are there any other combinations?
6 times 2.
6 times 2. So go ahead and write 2 different ways. And make sure you label. What's going to be the label?
Cubic inches.
Remember what we measure with cubic inches.
Oh. We did this on the 10th.
I'm tired.
That's what we did. We did it on the test. I remember what I did.
Do what?
For cubic.
Nah, you just put 6 inches in there.
I know.
Well,
She did that.
What's going to be our label of units? What's our
Cubic
units?
inches.
Cubic inches is the what? We measure that for what?
volume.
Volume. Are we finding the volume? No, we're just finding the width and the height.
Inches squared.
Inches squared is if we find the what? The area of the base. So each dimension's just one dimension, so it's just inches. Inches.
Isn't volume almost like area?
It's similar, but with a 2-dimensional object and then a 3-dimensional.
For 3.
I was thinking because what is
12 or 1.
The area is like the flat, the 2-dimensional part. And the volumes when we add that height and make it 3-dimensional.
Wait a minute, wouldn't we find the base also?
Well, you could find the base from what you have. What 2 things would you multiply to
The
get the base?
width and the height?
The width and the height?
I mean the length and the
The length and the width. Please take a minute to rate yourself on that level, 1 to 4. How do you feel you did on this activity?
Well, let's go back to our table. One more thing.
All right. Group or table 3 and 4. You are moving to partner work. Table 1 and 2. You are on Chromebooks. Tables 5 and 6. You're moving along with me.
Want me to start it? Please. No, I'm on the very last novel.
We are on the word problem page. So I'm actually. Or you may work right here, Cecil. Okay, word problem page. It looks like a lot of us have already started the word problem page. That's great. Let's take a look at number 1 for those of us who haven't started. Who would like to read number 1? Naruto?
NASA's better fish tank is 24 inches long, 5 inches deep, and 10 inches high. How much water can it hold on cubic inches?
Okay, so what information do they give you? Andrew? They gave you the length, width, and height. So I would write L equals this, L equals, or W equals this, H equals this. What am I going to do if they give me the length, width, and height? If I have to find the volume, Davion?
Gotta times it.
We gotta multiply. We gotta multiply it. So what kind of multiplication would I do? Cecil? You might want to use the array model. What numbers would I multiply?
You can do 5 times 10, or you can do 5 times 24.
So I just multiply either the length and the height, or length and the width, or the height and the width?
Length, width, and height.
Yeah, we want to do length, width, and height, right? So what equation would I want to set up? What times what times what?
24 times 5 times 10.
24 times 5 times 10. And I like that Naruto has that written out in an equation. She has it underlined showing me what steps she's going to take. So the first step, Andrew, you did was what?
24 times 5.
24 times 5.
Why is it just in here?
24 times 5. Okay, what is 24 times, not 10, sorry. 24 times 10. Davion, what's 24 times 10?
240.
240. So you could write 240 underneath. 240 represents my what? 240 represents my what?
And your length?
Not just my length.
The length and the height times.
Oh no, I know what that is. The length and the width times or the length times the width, and you get the 240.
Okay,
All you got left is the
height. Yep. All right, so if we do 240, what are we going to multiply that by next?
5.
5.
I know the answer to that. I'm confused.
6 minutes.
Yeah, because I'm help.
You did it. You
5.
did it a different way, which is fine. You did length times width times height. A lot of it looked like Naruto did, and it looked like Davion did. They decided to do 24 times 10 first because is that easy to do in your head?
Yeah.
Yes, and then multiply it by 5. Is 24 times 5 easy to do in your head? No. So they were kind of trying to save themselves from doing too much work. So you could do it this way, because what would you set up next? The area model. So I want you to go ahead and solve for 20. Either you're doing 240 times 5, or you're doing 24 times 5.
And the answer.
You got the answer?
Yeah.
Can you show me? Because right now I just see some numbers in the array model. What is 5 times 2 is 1? 10, and then we have to make it how many times larger? 100 times larger. What'd you get, Davion? Did we give you the units, Nathan? I agree that it's cubic inches. What is 5 times? Make sure you're doing. Are you doing 24 times 5 or 240 times 5?
20.
24 times 5? And you got this?
Yeah.
Okay, then I have to multiply that by our height of 10. So what's going to be your end answer?
Oh, yeah, I don't get it.
The problem you have set up right now is,
200 times.
well, our length is 24. Yeah, there you go. 24 times 10 times 5. Okay, so you did 24 times 10 and got 240, and now you're multiplying that by 5. You set up what? Yes. Juwan, what'd you get?
1,200.
What do you guys think? 1,200.
Oh, yeah.
What would be my label? 1,200 what?
Water.
Paper. Cubic inches.
If I had my
Why is it cubic inches? Naruto? Why is it cubic inches?
Because right here it says how much water can it hold in cubic inches.
Cubic inches. Okay, let's look at number 2. Julian, will you read number 2?
Sarah is baking a rectangular cake. It is 5 centimeters high, 7 centimeters wide, and 10 centimeters long. What is the volume of the cake in centimeters?
What's our length of this cake?
10.
10. What is our width of this cake? 7. What is the height of this cake? 5. So you're going to do what, Naruto?
We're going to multiply all together.
Tell me what are we going to multiply?
5 times 7 times 10.
What do you think, Davion? 5 times 7 times 10?
Yeah, length times height.
Length times width times height.
I already got the answer.
Perfect. You're going to be ready to go. Naruto, you have the answer?
Yeah, I'm
Great.
gonna add it.
What do you mean add it?
Tell you the answers.
You mean multiply it? Let's let
I don't think it should be 7 times 5 times 10.
what do you think it should be?
10 times 7 times 5.
Remember, you're going in order of length, width.
Yeah, but isn't 10 the length?
No, 10 is not the length because it says, oh yeah, you're right. It says 10 is the length, 10 long. So you could do 10 times 7 times 5. Nice job.
I did 5. Is it okay if I did different?
Are you still we'll have to check to see if we get the same answer, will we?
Wait, I think we should.
Why do we think we should? Why would, no matter what order you put these numbers in, why?
Oh yeah, I agree. It's still the same.
It's a property of multiplication. Do you remember?
It's the same number.
They're the same numbers, and all we're doing is multiplying. It's called the commutative property of multiplication. It means you can just change up the numbers, and it still gives you the same answer. Dawn got 350.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
350 what? Go ahead.
Cubic centimeters.
Cubic centimeters, because that's the unit they gave you. That is the cake. That's the volume of the cake. So 350 cubic centimeters.
I'm on the